Okay. Animal, son of animal. Dog gonna be wolf.
Anybody else want to try? Give it a try. I mean, it's okay. You're doing it for maybe for the first time or second time. It's okay to make mistakes.
So you want to know the output, right?
Yeah, I want to know the output. There will be some kind of an output here. So what will be the output?
And the output should be similar. It should be the same output for both, right? Whether it's animal that speak or dog that
Yeah,
speak.
the output would be similar. So, I mean, you can visualize how animal.speak work or dot.speak work, and then you can let me know the output. The output will be same for the both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm seeing here, the class of dog returns the speak, and the class of dog return wolf, which is different than the one from animal. Animal returns son of animal, and you're expecting to have the same output. So this is I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, right? I want to know like whether you guys are confused or not. Are you able to straight away? Yashlok, you
Okay,
want to try? Yeah. Yeah,
to
go ahead.
me, it's gonna return son of animal.
Okay, for you, it's going to return son of animal. Okay. Yashlok, you want to try?
What is animal one when you passing the animal underscore speak? So what is animal one?
Animal one is just taking, see, animal one becomes dog, right? Because I'm passing dog here, and dog is an object of dog class.
Okay.
Yeah, I have written here.
So animal dog speak animal dog.
Yeah, if you're not able to find what animal dot speak would be, you can try, because animal one is equal to dog, right? So dog dot speak, you can try. What will be the output of dog dot speak? I already tried to explain here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a
I'll change my. I change. Okay, let's go ahead.
Mhm.
wolf.
Okay, so
Yes, yes, yes. I think it's gonna be wolf because because it has a return. The dog has a speaking.
yeah. So it's going to return woof because why it's going to return woof? Because animal, I'm telling animal one is equal to dog. So dog dot speak means what? It will go to the dog class. It will first try to find whether the speak function is implemented here or not. If implemented, it will return. If not, it will go to parent class.
Yes.
So let's
Okay.
run this. See, animal underscore speak function is telling woof. Okay, so now let's give it another try. So animal underscore speak. Now I'm using cat. Okay. So now this becomes cat. This becomes cat. Now let me know what will be the answer.
Mew.
Class of meal. Class of cat returns
Okay.
meal.
So see, it's meow. Okay. So this concludes our polymorphism. Okay. So I hope everyone got an understanding of what is polymorphism and how it is behaving. So this peak function is behaving differently in different situation. That is what we are trying to demonstrate here. Okay. Now let's move on to our another topic. Let me just mute.
How many
Yeah,
types
yes, look.
of polymorphism?
Sorry, how many?
Types of polymorphism.
If you go in detail, I mean, you can say operator overloading or method overriding are an implementation of polymorphism, but I think these are the two prominent ones. I do not have an actual score like how many types of polymorphism do they have, because polymorphism itself is a different concept. But sometimes if you see, let me try to, when you ask how many types of polymorphism in Python, let's see, two. It's telling operator overloading and method overloading. These are static, by the way. And if you go by runtime, then method overriding and duck typing. I haven't used duck typing, so far in my 8 years of career. The ability to use objects of different classes interchangeably as long as they support the same methods. I have tried method overriding, overloading, and operator overloading. So yeah, so we have this answer. So if you want, I can add it here also. Let me try. Oh, I don't know if there will be. Okay. Okay, good question. Okay. Encapsulation and abstraction. Okay, so encapsulation and abstractions are again, these are concepts of OOPS. So basically encapsulation and abstraction try to hide the implementation. So when I say hide, let me take an example of chocolate. So when you go and buy a toffee, right, a candy, so the shopkeeper will give you in a wrapper. So that wrapping up is called an encapsulation, but there is an abstraction also. The implementation of that chocolate or candy, how much milk is used, how much sugar is used, that is also you are not aware of that, right? So that you can consider it as an abstraction. So these are similar concepts. Okay, but encapsulation you can consider it as wrapping up, and abstraction you can consider it as hiding the implementation, actual core implementation. If you want to hide, then we will go with abstraction, and if you want to hide or wrap up anything, then we go with the encapsulation. So encapsulation is a concept of wrapping data variable and method functions together as a single unit. So it restricts direct access to, so whenever something is wrapped up, so whenever we go and buy the chips packet, so we get in a wrapper, right? So so it restricts, so it is restricting our direct access. We need to store that wrapper in order to get the chips. So that is what encapsulation is. So in encapsulation there are concepts like public variables, private variables. Okay. So let's try to understand those. So in this, so this is a simple class implementation. Okay, so this is a class as in keyword, this is the class name, and this is a implementation of instance method, which is an constructor. So this is an constructor, simple constructor variable. Okay, then we have an this function. This function is outside of the class, by the way. The function below is outside of the class, still able to access the person's class variable. Now with this outside class variable, if I try to access these variables, this self dot this variable name, okay, I cannot use self because I'm outside of the class. I have to use directly, I have to call this name. Okay, so now when I create an object, so I'm creating this object. Okay, so person, I'm using this name, I'm using my name, and I'm giving a random age. Okay, so if I run like this, and now if I use this get name, so whether this get name can access this particular variable or not is the question. Okay, so now let me uncomment this, and now if I try, see, it's able to access this. It's able to access this, although this function is outside of the class, but still it's able to access the variable name. How it is able to access the variable name? Because these are public variables. Okay, so publicly available things are available to everyone, right? So these are public variables. That's why even the outside of the class function is able to access the variables. So now if I do dir person, now I have age and name. Okay, so this person I have age and name, and I would also have, do I have get underscore? Yeah, I do not have get underscore name. Why I do not have get underscore name? Because this is outside of the class. This is not the part of the class. Okay, my object created is directly associated with the class. It's not associated with this function. Okay, so that's why we do not have get underscore name in the properties. We only have age and name. Okay, so these are, I mean, this is just a simple example from our previous polymorphism and inheritance example. There is nothing new here. All we want to demonstrate or understand is these are public variables. So these are accessible outside of the class. Okay.
Well, is there, how do you know these are the public variables? Is the access specified or?
See, this this is my class. If I do a tab, everything is associated with this class, right?
Yes.
Everything, if I do a tab, so this is outside of the class. If something is outside of the class and then I am able to access these variables, that means anybody can access these variables, right? Because I'm not associated with this anyhow. I'm not associated with this, right? Because this function is independent. Even this function is independent of this class. Although I'm using here the object name, I'm passing the object name, but this function, this class is separate, right? And this is separate. If this would have been the case like this, then I would say this things belongs to this class. But
Yeah.
because it is outside of the class, because of the tab, so in Python, something belongs to what, if you remember, in case of if for loop syntax also, we were considering the tabs. Based on the tabs, we were analyzing whether the upper line is associated with below line or not, right? So in the similar fashion, because we are not using tabs here, so this is outside of this class. And because this outside function is able to access the class variables, so that's why we're considering these as public variables. We have other types of variables also, like protected and private, which we will discuss going forward. Okay, so so now little bit of theory. So public variable, no prefix, accessible from anywhere, anybody can access these. Okay. Protected variable, single leading underscore. So if we have a protected variable, I will use single underscore. Okay, so protected variable will be accessible within the class or subclass. It will be accessible within the class, or if I have a subclass. Then private variable, I have to use double underscore, name angle, making it harder to access outside the class, intended for internal use. Okay, so you have your laptop, right? You have your mobile. Those are private properties, right? You do not want them to be accessed by any other person, right? Similarly, you have you have things which are protected. So you, I mean, you protect, you might have fencing around your you can say farmland or your home, right, to protect yourself from maybe animals or maybe thieves. So you protect your home. And then something is public, so there are certain services which are readily available, like public bus services, which are readily available to everyone, right? So in this sense, you can understand these topics or these concepts: public variables, protected and private. So now we will see the implementation of this. So what I'm doing here is I'm using double underscore here. Okay, this is double underscore. So I'm taking the same example. So you see this is example, you can assume like I'm copying this to the below. I just added one more variable or the parameter which is called as a gender. Okay. Just using gender. So now this function, the below function is outside of the class, right? The whatever we discussed in the previous example, and it is not able to access the. So now let's see. Let me try to access this variable. So what I'm trying to do here is, yeah, I'm just creating a object here. So person is my object. So I'm.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed our session at LWP Labs. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and contact the number for live classes. The future is now with AI.